So can you just elaborate on this? And did you meet? And what was the purpose of the meeting? And what happened at the meeting?
Okay. I'll go back a little bit so that we can understand how did I get to end up meeting Mr. Mkhwanazi. When I was with Mr. Kele, and then because he kept on asking me for money, and then I told him that, listen, SAPS is not paying me in time, and then also I don't even get enough purchase orders, so I'm not making a lot of money, though the contract is there, but I'm not making that money that you guys assume that I'm making. And then I told him that the person who's in charge of this contract, I think I'll say the custodian of this contract, is Lieutenant General Nkuwa. And then he said, yes, I know about your problem, but I think the best person that you need to talk to is General Mkhwanazi, because he's more closer than General Nkuwa than I am. So that's when then he arranged that meeting. So when I met with General Mkhwanazi, he said to me, yes, I hear about your problem that you're having, so that that they don't give you guys enough work. They just send work in drips and drabs so that they don't breach their contract. But actually, if it was according to them, they wouldn't send any purchase orders at all. They just send small purchase orders so that they can just keep you entertained. So, but they're saying actually what they want to do is cancel this contract. So, and he said to me, they actually met. He said there was a police summit in somewhere in Emperor's Palace, and he's saying during that summit, after the summit, I think he said to me, General Nkuwa asked National Commissioner Fani Masemola that when are they actually cancelling my contract, and Fani Masemola said that this is what I heard from General Mkhwanazi. Fani Masemola said that, listen, I spoke with the minister. Remember last year, December, he gave a directive that we must cancel this contract. But now I asked him that can I continue? And then it looks like he is backing down now. So National Commissioner Masemola, according to Mkhwanazi, he said, I suspect that this Mkhunu is working with Sibiya now, and then he no longer want to cancel the contract because I suspect that they will send this guy, meaning me, to come and kill me, and then they must put General Sibiya as the National Commissioner. And Mkhwanazi said to me that, I said to National Commissioner that, Commissioner, if you think that your life is in danger, just say the word. I will take care of this cat. Then I asked him, what did you mean when you say that he must just say a word and then you will take care of me? And he told me that there is only one way that I can take care of you permanently. But he didn't say it in like kill you, but he just said to me that there is only one way that I can take care of you permanently. And I said, but what was the reason for that? Because he told me that they suspect that why will suddenly the minister decide not to cancel the contract anymore? But before that, he was the one actually who said we must cancel this contract. So he said to me, he told Fani Masemola that he will call the commander of special force and then they must give him a armored car from now on, because his life is in danger. And he was saying all these things to show me that General Nkuwa was pushing for this contract to be cancelled. And then he said to me further that she's doing this because she was working with the previous service provider, and then they were giving her a lot of money. That's why she could afford to buy properties and convert them into B&Bs. And he even gave me one address of her properties, which I wrote it down later. And then when I came back to Pretoria, I went there actually to check the property, and then I even took a street number and pictures of that property that he said is one of the properties that she owns, and there's no way that she can afford such properties with a salary from SAPS. So now, if you want her to come and work with you, are you going to offer her the same incentives that Metropolitan was offering her? then I knew that I was in deep trouble than I thought I was. Because of now, he was saying, there is no way a woman like, a general like her, that she will just dump people who were offering so much money and come work with you. It's either when I tell her that she must come work with you, then you will continue doing what these people they were doing to her. And then, but he said, there's conditions though. I also want you to do something for me. And I asked him, what is it? He said, there is a case opened against him from IPID, in IPID. So he said there's a guy that they tortured, and the guy that they tortured opened a case against them, and then I must convince, because the guy stays, I also have a house in Midstream. So he said, because you stay in Midstream, I'll tell you the name of the guy and check if you know the guy. And I said, tell me, and then Midstream is not that big. Maybe I might know the guy. And he told me the name of the guy, and I told him, actually, this guy, his son goes to the same school as my son. So, but what I will do is, I will ask my wife to ask his wife if he can facilitate a meeting for me to meet the guy, so that I can convince him. And he said, I must tell the guy that, listen, he must drop the charges against him, and also he must add that the people who actually compelled him to lay charges against him is Minister Mkhunu and General Sibiya. However, I couldn't get the guy and convince him to do what he wanted to do. And I thought maybe that was one of the reasons also that maybe I got arrested, because I didn't deliver what I promised him. So that was the purpose of my meeting with him there in the Pels.